Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're checking out some new content here coming up here on World of Warships Legends. First up, the easy one to digest, the changes to the Forge. Forge is basically where you spend the V-Bucks. You get them a little bit each campaign season. If you actually complete the campaign, then all the extra progress you get gets generated in V-Bucks or Arena or Ranked. Sometimes you get them through that, stuff like that. Alright, so what do we know? Currently, the Missouri, the Tier 7 American battleship with a radar, is kind of the high-end prize. Now, they've said, from what I understand, that they're going to reduce the price of that ship. Anyone who's already bought that ship will be refunded the difference in V-Bucks between the current price and the price that it was previously posted at, 30,000 V-Bucks or whatever it was. 3 million. It's all the same to me. But we kind of can speculate there's going to be at least one more high-end ship to spend the money on. So what it is, I don't know. We got the screenshot here. Is this a ship people can identify? If so, what is it? That will let us to know if it's potentially a clue for one of the new steel ships or if it's just a cool graphic. Threw a ship on there. Either way, you guys let us know in the comments if you got any insight on that. But that's kind of what's going on with that. New ways, and we'll have a little bit more to talk about the steel here in a moment, but some new ways to spend the V-Bucks. Now, the second screenshot we're going to take a look at briefly is one that a lot of you have already seen. This was kind of teased the other day, and in the lower left-hand corner there, along the bottom there with all the options, we see fleets, a new feature that's going to be included in the game. Now, the speculation immediately went to clans. That's what people have been clamoring for. We want to get into clans or groups of players that we can kind of play together with more readily. And this seems to be what we're talking about. So it's called fleets here, but now why I'm making this video today, instead of just rehashing stuff that you guys have probably already heard about, now we're going to take a look at this screenshot right here. Now this is the previously heretofore classified screenshot that was given to the CCs. And we can take a look at one aspect of it. Now, top left, let's start off there. We got the team emblem. So we probably got some different emblems we can pick from. Perhaps we're going to be unlocking them. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And then we see the QAK in brackets. Now, that's presumably the shorthand for the fleet name. What's the fleet name here? Well, I don't know if we can tell just from the screen. I don't see anything, but perhaps it's Quack or something like that. Okay, so maybe I know for a fact because they've solicited this information from the CCs that want to make a clan. I just haven't turned in my info yet. But they want a full name. How long that is, who knows? But my plan is to call my clan the Dewey Buffers. And then the shorthand, if it's up to 5 letters, we would go DEWEY. Or whatever. That's just kind of the shorthand Dewey. For the Dewey Buffers, that would be displayed next to your screen name in the matches. And then, what else they want? The team leader, I guess. And then, I don't know what else they asked for. It's been a long time and I haven't complied with the request. So anyway, that's basically what we're looking at there. Quack, the shorthand that would be displayed on the roster screen in battles. And then we got personnel. That's presumably a list of everyone in the clan. Now, what I want to direct your attention to here momentarily, well, let's first finish that up. We got requests. That's going to be incoming people that want to join the clan, presumably. And then upgrades, interesting. So what are the upgrades going to be? Well, we don't know. But that seems to me, perhaps, just speculating here, spitballing, that we'd be accumulating resources as a fleet. And maybe these are going to be how we get the epic mods, for instance, in day-to-day life or whatever. Or maybe it'll be skins, or who knows. But presumably upgrades will be spending resources. Now we can take a look at the bottom, I guess. Naval Academy, Commander XP received, Ship XP received, going to the Naval College Dry Dock, Tier 1 through 8 ship post-battle maintenance costs. So these look like stats, actually, perhaps, because we're seeing that the Dry Dock, -3% ship post-battle maintenance costs. So perhaps we're going to be accumulating resources as a fleet, and then we can apply these to these kind of boosters, right? We got Dry Dock, we got Warship Design Department. What's that one all about? plus 40% global XP received. So again, this is all me speculating here, but that seems like that's just going to be applied to kind of the fleet as a whole there. So we got steel received. That'd be a modifier there. Cost over searchable ships. So assuming I'm correct there, and those are kind of unlockable traits that'll enhance the members of your fleet. Looks like something more to grind, and kind of encouraging. If you're going to be in an active fleet, you're going to be hopefully among other active players. We also have fleet crates purchased in the last 30 days. What does that mean? Who knows? We also have a number 38,735 next to an icon I don't recognize. Maybe that's fleet currency, or maybe it's just a random number. The interesting part in the middle here, fleet preferences. Now, what jumped out to me immediately when I saw the screenshot was members 1 out of 20. Now, the question becomes very quickly, is the max number of players in a fleet for all fleets going to be 20, or is that what this particular fleet was set up as? Because again, we're in the box called fleet preferences. You can see privacy, open. Presumably you can make your clan visible to others if you want. You can maybe even allow them to join at will if they want to do it that way, or they have to go through an approval process, would probably be part of that. Win rate, you can set it to anyone can join, or you can presumably set it at whatever. If you can punch in a number, then you could say, I want it to be 65, 66, 67%, 42%, whatever the number you come up with, or maybe it's every 5% increments. We can set it at 45, 50, 55%. Who knows? All speculation here. Tier, minimum tier, that would presumably mean how far up the tier, the tech tree you've progressed, right? If you don't have any tier 7 ships, well, if we're going to be joining a clan that's going to be playing tier 7 all the time, probably not going to work out. So they can set this up as the preferences. The commander, you can see there, is named Fleets_5. So there's one head honcho. I'm trying to avoid being the commander in my fleet because I don't want to take on additional work in my already busy schedule. But members, 1 out of 20. That's going to be the interesting part, and I'm waiting to hear back, because if that's the case, well, I've been, basically since the channel, early on in this game's life cycle, let's say in the last 2, 3, 4 years, somewhere in that range, we've been speculating about, what's going to happen when we get clans? How's it going to work? And my personal goal is always to be like, okay, we'll set one up for the channel fans, maybe one competitive one more casual one, and then people that want to join can join. Well, if it's capped at 20, which is feasible if we're unlocking stuff, again, that could just be a number that whoever set this fleet up came up with. Maybe it could go up to 100 members, 200 members, unlimited. We don't know. Or maybe it's 20. That's the max. But that'll change it, right? Because if that's the case, we got more members in the Dewey's Lounge, YouTube members of the channel, that I know we got more than 20 people that want to join clans. So at that point in time, we're setting up multiple clans. So I'm going to have... I'm going to try and remain hands off, but I'm going to have the guys in the Dewey's Lounge part of my Discord, which is where the paid channel members of YouTube can congregate. I'm going to have them kind of keep their ears open here. Once we get the full set of info, of course, we'll get that onto them, and then we'll start planning. Are we going to make one big clan, 2 clans, or is it going to be 10 different clans? Who's going to be the leaders, all these things. So that's going to be interesting. But overall, yeah, I think now this is going to be laying the groundwork too. I don't think we're going to see out of the gate necessarily clan v clan fights. I think that's probably going to exist within the realm of the training room, which has always been kind of set up as step 2 in this process, right? This has always kind of been teased as, first we got to get the clans in the game, we'll get that hashed out, and then we'll get the clan battles going. So that's what I see that being the next step. I'm not seeing anything on this screenshot. I haven't heard anything, any whispers in the wind, and I just based on my own speculation, I don't expect Clan A to be able to queue up against Clan B in a 9v9 battle yet. I don't think that's quite there yet. I would love it if it happened that way. That would blow my mind, and I'd be quite happy. Or 20v20, whatever. I guess it's probably going to be 20v20. But Yeah, I wouldn't expect that quite yet. So if that's what you're thinking is going to happen in a couple weeks, I would temper the expectation there. But I think this is an interesting part here. It could enhance the social aspect of the game for a lot of players, and I think it's something that a lot of people have been waiting for. So I want to get your guys' reaction. Of course, if you heard anything else that I didn't cover in this game, a lot of times you guys have chances to watch their streams and check out their marketing material more than I do. So sometimes you guys have more information than I do in some regards. Let us know. Otherwise, add to the speculation. What do you guys think all this means? What are you seeing on the screen? Am I missing something? What are you excited for? So just give us your thoughts. This is one of those videos that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all your guys' feedback, and so hopefully you can get quite a lot of it coming. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, new to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions, comments, leave below. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you later. All right, peace.